is, where in your life do you feel completely aligned? Where do you feel as if you just feel aligned? You feel connected, and you feel as if you're moving in a way in your purpose and also towards your purpose. There's a sense of presence. There's also kind of passion and joy that moves. And if you're lacking that, what are you focusing on, or what are you struggling with that is moving you out of alignment? What is your true purpose in life right now? Now, often when people think about their purpose, they have this grand idea that sometimes that, particularly when we're creating maybe a business, a path, that, it comes with a specific title. But I believe that that's where we can put ourselves, first of all, in a pit. We're putting ourselves in one, like pigeonholing ourselves into one area. In many ways, we have many purposes. We're here to, in many ways, be part of the jigsaw of life. And through our life, we have, in many ways, different purposes. But I believe at a deeper level that one of the most important things to feel as if we're on purpose is for us to be in alignment. Alignment with ourselves, alignment with our gifts, and an alignment in with what is sort of right for us, what is where we're drawn, but drawn from the heart and the soul, not always from the mind or sometimes the ego and the fear and the conditioning and the program that we are. So some people are very lucky that they just feel and they can sense a connection to their purpose, or even steps or seeds towards aspects of their purpose, and they're driven. And they find it easy to do things that they're passionate about. Other people get stuck, and other people have dreams and wishes and passions that they would like and feel drawn to, but they often are so stuck in their mind, so stuck in their fear and their programming, and maybe forms of self-sabotage, in many ways, that they remain small, and they maybe feel that aspects of their life they live in some sort of purpose, but there's a saddening, there's maybe a closed-heartedness and a fear. So sometimes people feel as if they're living half a life. Now, one of the things that I remember that helped me when I was younger to get more aligned into what was right for me, and the big lessons that I learned of things that were wrong for me, and I see this in so many clients, is that I remember when I was younger, due to the despair of my parents, I would, when I was a late teenager and an early, I suppose, even getting in my, from the ages 16, 17 into 21, even 22, I was just like most people trying to find myself. But one of the things that I started to get good at, I wasn't shy about trying things. And that helped me in good stead later on, because there was something about, I had a strong connection to my intuition, but I'd also a strong connection to the creative aspects and the importance of feeling free. Because there were certain areas in my life I felt quite trapped, like lots of people do. So one of the things that I was not scared to do was to find a way to express myself. Now, of course, there was layers to that. We can have some areas that we find difficult. Maybe we find it difficult to speak or whatever, but I played about with a lot of things. I remember when I left school, I became I'd done all sorts of things. I had usually a few jobs, and there were a mixture of things like teaching people, dressmaking, and going down. I went down from when I was 17. I went down into the designing and clothing route. And lots of things happened also to me that was the universe telling me this is the wrong path. And for me, it was actually health things. And it actually was some strange things that went on and whatever. Now, one of the things that I've been reminded about recently, and I've been talking about this and I think it's really important, is part of being in alignment in a life is have good foundations and good structures. And if you think about when you're building a house and you want a strong house, you need to have those structures to feel in alignment. And the house that maybe you were in when you were born is not maybe the house that you're going to live in later on. It may be no longer the right fit, and sometimes some things feel as if they were never really a fit that you were put into. So one of the things that I would ask you to think about right now is where in your life do you feel completely aligned? Where do you feel as if you just feel aligned? You feel connected and you feel as if you're moving in a way in your purpose and also towards your purpose. There's a sense of presence. There's also kind of passion and joy that moves. And if you're lacking that, what are you focusing on, or what are you struggling with that is moving you out of alignment? And what do you need to let go of that? And what do there's so many things that we can hold on to. And we perceive things have to be a certain way. And that can be sometimes our biggest fear. And sometimes when we overcome that big fear, well, it gives us a sense of freedom. Like a lot of people are afraid of facing things, facing the truth about certain things. We all have areas in our life where there's a weakness. But when we don't face the truth about certain things in our life or certain challenges, and maybe that's in relation to even if you don't face the fact that you're not living your purpose or what you feel is your purpose, you're not stepping up to doing something that makes you feel aligned. You have to face that. If you keep hiding your head in the sand, well, you never fully embrace who you are. And when we can face things and we can look at things, it's like it's never as bad as what we think. And it's when you start opening that door, there's more light comes in. I believe finding your true purpose right now is about tapping into what feels right now. It's so easy to focus on what you think your purpose is and really focus on the future. If you're not present and being fully in your purpose right now, it's going to be really hard to align in the future. Living your purpose is living what feels right now. And it's about, if you feel to move into that, you need to shift. It doesn't have to be huge, big steps. Moving towards that bigger step, or that smaller step, which actually gives you a sense of it's almost like those tiny steps forward will actually give you more bandwidth than you actually think. And if there is something that you feel is part of your purpose and feel that you want to, you feel really guided to do, but you're allowing the mental head, it's important to feel into what you feel your heart and soul is telling you. And move from the heart and soul, not from the head. When we move from the heart and soul and we move forward into that energy, then things start to move and shift more easier. And it's like everything, if you have gifts and you feel your purpose is a certain thing and you want to make the most of your gifts and really fulfill your purpose to the highest level, it's about using those gifts every day, sharing, expanding those gifts and mastering those gifts. And the only way we do it is by sharing the gifts. If you're not sharing your gifts, if you're not sharing what you have been given, and you're not sharing what you're guided to do, you're not fully in your purpose. If you are, if you're in your purpose, if you feel every day, well, I feel as if I'm content and I feel as if I'm sharing what I feel I'm supposed to share or doing what I'm supposed to do, even if it's the simplest little thing, you're right on. If you feel that's lacking, sometimes it's just a simple shift in direction. Sometimes it's about, sometimes people are in jobs and for whatever reason they're in a situation that can be quite difficult. There's a lot of things and it's not always easy to make certain decisions and move out of maybe a job that you feel unhappy with. But even the small thing by once a week signing up for maybe it's a charity or it's something that you decide to do only even 1 hour a week or half an hour a week. Something that gives you real purpose and really feels natural to you, easy to do. Do it. Because that's that step towards your purpose. And in that hour, you are fully embracing more of you. And the more that you do it, you start bringing that energy into everything that you do. Now, if you're interested in doing, living a life more soul aligned, more fully in your purpose, and, would love to also connect with like minded souls. The brand new Heart Hub is basically an inner sanctuary, an online community. It's just small at the moment. We're just starting to build it up. And it's an online community for people that want a space where they can connect with other people. We have a monthly healing circle as part of the Heart Hub. And we also have our access to a variety of meditations and spiritual development courses. Now, if you take the year's package, you get a lot of bonuses, you get a lot of courses that are more in-depth courses. You get access to my deep meditation soul connection course and my 7 days of, it's the intuition one. I can't remember what it's called, but it's 7 days, intuitive journey or something. And there is another one you get as a bonus if you do the yearly package. And for those of you who are actually more, soul-led business owners or spiritual entrepreneurs, or you're just about to create even a new business, the Soul Hub actually is a community of co-creation, and we have monthly brainstorming co-creation sessions. I've just changed it slightly. And then also there'll be topics each month, there'll be a new topic. And it's a community where you can go in and ask questions and share your ideas and things like that. If you sign up for the Soul Hub, you actually get access automatically to the Heart Hub as well. Because one of the things, if you're a soul led or a spiritual entrepreneur, you need to do the deep work, the healing work, that make sure you're getting self-care in as much as the things that you do in your business. And a lot of things in that are designed to get you more into alignment. Okay. And if you've never come across me before, or you'd like to access some of my free resources, just see the links below. But remember, purpose starts with being present, doing what you find and feel guided to do, and taking that step, just a little step to do something you would really like to do.